obviously you want to go to Paris, and that's your goal. And now, talk to me a little bit about, we only have 3 years until Paris. So that kind of changes this, I would imagine, changes your schedule a little bit. So how much does that loss of a year affect training when you're trying to do that?
I don't see it as necessarily a loss. It's exciting. It's exciting for a lot of athletes, especially athletes who are on the verge. I mean, I think a lot of athletes are going to continue on training because of this shortened time period. For track and field, you have how the schedule usually goes is you have, your Olympics. The year after, you have a world championships. Then you have a dead year. Nothing happens. Then you have another world championships, and then the Olympics.
Okay.
So it really seems like a whole cycle going through. Now with all of this, we're going from Olympics. This next year, we have world championships, another world championships the next year, then straight to the Olympics. So it's really condensed, and it's really encouraging athletes. I think there's a major championship every year. So I don't necessarily see it as losing a year. I think of it as this is momentum, and this is, a lot of people lose their edge, kind of that extra year, that dead year where there's nothing really going on. It really makes the process seem that much longer. So I'm seeing it as I have 3 years to just capitalize on this. Another year where I'm, younger. I'm going to be 28 at that point, which is still a fine age for throwing. But yeah, I hadn't made any plans after this Olympics. The whole goal was, a short mindset. You get there, you do your best, and you evaluate what you want to do after the fact. And going and competing, and I finished much, much higher than where I started. And I do not think I was anywhere near my final potential. And so that just leaves me feeling like I feel like I can beat a lot more people, and I think I can do a lot, better. And I want to be at the next Olympics. And, I feel very comfortable on that stage. Sometimes you have athletes who, get really nervous. They don't perform well at the big meets. Now back to back, Worlds and Olympics, I've, gone and thrown very close to my, season's best, if not personal best. And I feel like if I am just able to just get training in, that's a whole other aspect of throwing is I'm a little bit behind in the hammer throw, a little bit young, and I haven't been doing it as long as a lot of my competitors. So if I just can catch up in any way to that, I think my goal is to be making finals from here on out. Next step is World Championships next year and European Championships, and then reevaluate from there and go and take it year by year. But that's kind of my approach.